So NAGPRA is the Native American Graves Protection and Repatriation Act. And what it does is it sets at universities and museums that receive federal funding and now state funding within California are to create an inventory list of human remains they may have that are Native American or funeral items that are made that they have of Native Americans and start a process. It's called a consultation process to get items repatriated back to the tribes. And so in California, we started that process with UC Berkeley. And so a lot of it now is making sure the universities and museums follow NAGPRA. Now we have laws that are to be followed and the procedure that's to be followed. And so it's like connecting with UC Berkeley and starting the process of getting those items returned back to the tribes. An example of that is my first, I guess, NAGPRA case that I've done was actually regarding my grandfather. And the Peabody Museum at Harvard University contacted our family and they said they had hair clippings of my grandfather. They were probably about 100 years old. They were taken from him when he was a student at Sherman Indian School when he was about 18 years old. And so a researcher from Harvard was taking hair clippings to kind of do an investigation of migration patterns, not just of Native people, but of all people. And he was trying to do it through the analysis of hair. Well, we're fortunate that the museum had identified and that was my grandfather's hair. They just had it for 70 years before they decided to let anybody know. But so what NAGPRA allowed is for that negotiation or consultation between our family and Harvard University to get his hair returned to the tribe. And, you know, it took about 6 months and it went through the Federal Register so that anybody who may have had claim to that could have made claim. But that was a lot easier in the sense that we knew who those remains belonged to, and then we knew the family that was the descendant of those remains. And so just last summer, 2023, we were able to get the remains returned back to the tribe, and we were able to have a reburial at his gravesite. And we were able to put his hair back into the ground. And when you look at NAGPRA, I think that's what we want to do with all remains and all funeral items, is to make sure that we can get them back to their tribes, back to their people, have it done in a respectful and honorable way, and have the items and remains returned to the ground.